morning, cookies.
Want to see what they have in there?
What's in there?
I don't know. House sweets.
We could find out. We are back from the gas station.
A biscuit and with jalapeno chicken.
McDonald's sandwiches.
That's right. I got 2 bags of chips and a water, so I guess you could say I'm living that crazy life. Now look at that. Looking at Lake Superior. Let's go. Oh, we had some lovely eats, and now we're gonna go to our first destination. Where is our first destination?
Postal Island Cruises.
Postal Island Cruises. It's gonna be the grand tour. How long does it take? Like 5 hours?
Like 3.
All right, we are here. About to go cruising.
Cruising and bruising.
Hopefully no bruising. I don't want any bruising. Oh yeah, let's probably do that. Well, I hope we don't regret this, but we are on the top of the cruise. And are we ready?
I'm ready, Freddy.
It's Larry. Anyway,
This boat tips over. Shoot me. Rather die that way than in the water.
Yeah.
Soon we'll be in the river, Superior.
Leaving the pier. You're on air?
This actually is. If we were to drain out Lake Superior and cover the lower 48 states with the water, I would cover each state in about 3 feet of water. The lake contains 3 quadrillion gallons of water. That's a 3 with 15 zeros after it. And this accounts for 10% of the world's freshwater. And Lake Superior, finally, is also the cleanest of all the Great Lakes. Our average water temperature is just above 40 degrees Fahrenheit. This doesn't allow for much algae or much growth at all in our water. And so our underwater visibility on average is 27 feet. So he essentially exiled himself out here to Hermit Island. He was just too embarrassed to stay on that. They didn't have too many visitors here on Hermit, not even his wife would come visit him. The only visitors he did have were a couple of local bootmakers that would come out every Sunday morning while everybody else went to church. Mr. Wilson lived here for about 20 years, more or less alone, until one day he was found murdered in his cabin.
Oh.
It is rumored that he had a stash of gold coins on some kind of treasure here on the island, and that could have added to the reason he was murdered. Someone might have taken it too seriously. One you can really see is defined white head. The other one maybe not so much. The one that doesn't have the defined white head looks kind of splotchy. That is a younger eagle. It takes about 5 years for the eagles to develop their full white head, white tail, and black feathers. Some years we don't have any at all. But if you see any small gray birds that don't really look like seagulls, those are baby seagulls. And then coming up to our left-hand side is the standing rock I mentioned earlier. This is Lookout Point. Lookout Point used to be connected to the rest of the island by a continuous archway that has since fallen into the water. You can see the remains of it there between. All right, well, that fish camp is coming into view off to our right here. I'll start on the right-hand side and just walk through all the buildings here. That first building that's just straight down the dock, that is the main bunkhouse. That's where the 7 or 8 fishermen that live here year-round would stay. Like a bear. This angle is one of them, so I'll walk you through it here. If you look at the far left-hand side of Bear Island, again, off to our left-hand side, there's kind of a shorter part of the trees. That's supposed to look like the snout of the bear. And then moving to the right, that bumps up into the head of the bear, and then the shoulders in the back, and the rest of the island is the rest of the bear.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys. I don't see it.
There are 2 types of sandstone here on Devil's Island. The first type is off to our left-hand side. Right now, slightly behind us, that is the HWN sandstone. But then the sandstone you're seeing now, ahead of us off to our right, a little more layered, much darker red. This is the Devil's Island Formation. This is the only place in the world that this sandstone is found, and so they named it after the island, Devil's Island Formation Sandstone.
Jeff, what did you say these look like?
Cheese.
We got a lighthouse over here. This is called Devil's Island.
Wow.
Jeez. It's pretty interesting. Is that snow?
As we cruise along here, you're going to see a lot of white out here. That is snow and ice all packed together in these caves.
It is.
I mentioned the water temp back near the mainland, I believe, was about just over 35 degrees. Out here, it's much closer to 32. It's about 33 degrees out here at Devil's Island right now.
I was actually right. I'm surprised.
Calvin Coolidge had lunch here.
Right in this area? That's awesome. Nice to know Calvin Coolidge had taste and where he wanted to go. It really is. The snow too. It's like middle of May and we can. Huh? It is, yeah. Yeah. It's the middle of May. We can go collect snow if we really want to. Very nice.
Is still in there. This lighthouse is special in the islands here because it is the only one that still has its front out lens in the tower. That green building with the kind of green board out front, that is the fog signal building. That green board is the actual fog signal. It was a dual tone signal. There's some giant steam generators in there, that building that would run those. And then finally the kind of skeleton tower on the far right hand side. That's an old radio directional finding beacon. It's no longer used. Radio directional finding, RDF, was one of the earliest forms of electronic navigation.
We're on Raspberry Island.
And off to our left hand side, we can now see the Raspberry Island Lighthouse. We're in the West Channel right here. This lighthouse was built to mark the entrance to the West Channel. The West Channel runs straight ahead of us and all the way to Bayfield. We'll be in the West Channel for the rest of our trip. This lighthouse was built in 1863, and at the time, Ashland, Wisconsin was the second busiest port on all the Great Lakes, second only to Chicago. This lighthouse would see about 400 boats pass in front of it every week.
Guys, we are seeing a sunbow, which is a very rare weather phenomenon, and it should be circling around the whole sun. Or, yeah. Of course, right now we have to stay seated, so I will not show you that, nor do I want to lose my phone. But there it is. We are approaching towards the dock. We are back, and there are a bunch of birds over here.
Oh, the kayak tour we're going on is on Madeline Island, so we're taking the ferry over there tomorrow.
Oh, are we?
Yep.
Oh, cool. That'll be exciting. Off to the next destination, which is the gift shop. They also mentioned that someone on the cruise was randomly chosen to win something.
Ooh.
It's probably not any of us, but it's still a nice thought.
Yeah. There's a 0.001% chance that one of us could get it.
All right, we decided to take a stop at a restaurant here. Do you know what it's called? I kind of forgot.
I kind of forgot as well.
Huh?
I kind of forgot as well.
Well, I'll let you guys know when we leave. But what'd you order, David?
A chicken parmesan sandwich. I wanted to order fish fry, but if we have enough time tomorrow, hopefully come back.
Hopefully, yeah. Jeff?
We could just come back later if you want.
They only serve it on Fridays.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I got a bacon cheeseburger. Barbecue bacon, yeah.
Yeah. And I just got a regular bacon cheeseburger with cheese, Mr. Squidward, with cheese. All right, let's eat and we will be back.
Yeah, you need to create traction. Yeah, there you go. Some long